On the evening of November 4th, 1995, over 100,000 Israelis gathered in Tel Aviv's Kings of Israel Square, now Rabin Square, for a massive rally. The air was electric, thick with the promise of a future free from conflict. At the center of this hope stood Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, a former general who had traded his uniform for the mantle of peacemaker. He had just finished addressing the crowd, his voice resonating with the famous line, "Peace is the most important thing." He was smiling, holding hands with Shimon Peres, even singing the Song for Peace. It was a picture of triumph. But in the shadows, a single radicalized figure was waiting, armed with a deadly conviction that this peace was a betrayal. This is the story of how a single act of political violence shattered a nation's dream and irrevocably altered the course of the Middle East. But before we dive into the full story, remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Calendar of Crime. Yitzhak Rabin was a man of war who became a man of peace. As a decorated military leader, he was a hero of the 1967 Six-Day War. Yet, in the 1990s, he took the monumental step of negotiating with the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, a group Israel had long considered a terrorist entity. The resulting Oslo Accords of 1993 and 1995 were a seismic shift, establishing a framework for Palestinian self-rule and earning Rabin and his foreign minister Shimon Peres the Nobel Peace Prize. To his supporters, he was a visionary. To a vocal extremist minority on the Israeli right, he was a traitor, a rodef, one who pursues another to kill them, for giving away sacred land. The November 4th rally was intended to be a show of force for the peace movement, a counter-demonstration to the increasingly vitriolic protests against Rabin. As the Prime Minister left the stage, he walked toward his official car. The security detail was present, but tragically, critically flawed. The assassin, a 25-year-old law student named Yigal Amir, had been stalking Rabin for months. Amir, a religious extremist, believed he was acting on divine orders to prevent the Land for Peace deals. He was able to slip past the security cordon by positioning himself near the car, looking like a simple driver. At approximately 9:40 p.m., as Rabin was about to enter his car, Amir drew a Beretta pistol and fired 3 shots at close range. 2 bullets struck the Prime Minister in the chest and abdomen. The third hit a security guard. The scene instantly dissolved into chaos. The crowd, still buzzing from the rally, was initially confused, mistaking the shots for firecrackers. Rabin was rushed to Ichilov Hospital, just a few minutes away. Despite the best efforts of the medical team, Yitzhak Rabin was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The news was delivered to the stunned nation by a tearful Shimon Peres. The assassination was a political earthquake. It exposed a deep, violent rift in Israeli society and effectively froze the momentum of the peace process. Yigal Amir was immediately apprehended and later sentenced to life imprisonment. The murder of a sitting prime minister by a Jewish extremist remains one of the most traumatic events in Israeli history, a stark reminder of the cost of political extremism and the fragility of peace. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe for future episodes from the Calendar of Crime.